Patty, when you first contacted the church, was a Marriage 911 class in progress at that time?
Actually, when I called the church, the class was not going to start at that time. It was several weeks out before it was going to start.
When the woman from the first response team returned your call, what did she recommend you do until the next class started?
It was recommended that I get a support partner. I ended up doing that.
Did your support partner help you?
It helped me to have someone that I could lean on during the rough time that I was going through, just that in that period of time of waiting.
Did your support partner go through the Marriage 911 workbook to help you while you were waiting for the next Marriage 911 class to start?
It helped me understand some things, and it brought me to the point where it helped me into this step where I would be able to understand the things that were going to be going on in this book. I was ready to start the class. I was ready on day one. I had encouraged my husband to come. He chose not to come. And shortly after that, we actually ended up separating. Our marriage was at the point of divorce, although I did not want that. And we ended up separating. And it was very, very difficult. I was very emotional throughout the class. Once the class started, the 12 weeks. However, the support partner, it was very, very important. The different tools that were talked about during the classes, the tools that we used, just the group in itself, the small group of ladies that I met with at my table, you become friends with them, the stories in the book, all of it just helped me so much. And although I was going through such an emotional time, of being torn, really, I needed that. I don't know how I would have survived without this support group and the class. In the beginning of the classes, Joe had mentioned something about even if you can't do all of the lessons, attend the class, because there's something that you're going to glean. And at the end of this class, I'm telling you, something's going to happen. And that's one thing that I just kind of held on to, because there were times when I couldn't get into all of the lessons. Even though I had the support and everything, there were times I was just too emotional to deal with it. And it just so happened, there were things that I gleaned from these tools that I thought, if I just have the opportunity to try this, to utilize, because we were separated. And there wasn't opportunity to just talk with him any time that I wanted. And I thought, if I just have the opportunity, I'm going to try to apply this. And the different lessons in this helped me to realize that I wasn't as perfect as I thought in our marriage, I thought I was trying to do everything, and I found out really there were other things that I could do. And it just so happened that the opportunity came right before the last day of the class for me to get together with my husband and really communicate. We were texting during this time. We had very little conversation, but the opportunity came, and there was such a breakthrough. I can't even explain it. I can't explain it. But there was such a breakthrough, and that tender man that I knew came out, and the person that I knew really loved me came out, and I was able to share that by the end of the class that evening. So I knew that it definitely helped me. I liked it. I enjoyed this class so much that I actually ended up going back to the second class. And my husband and I did reconcile right after that. It was his Christmas gift. He wanted me to come home, and we did end up reconciling. We came to the next class together. And although, I felt that, hey, there's more that I could glean from this. I want to keep these tools coming into my head so I can really learn them and try to just really get them, make them cement, really cement them in there. But the class was completely different for me the second time. I learned different things, and I learned even more so that it was about me, not about me and my husband, how he treated me or anything like that. It was really about me. Anyway, the class was wonderful. Everything is not perfect, but I don't expect it to be perfect. I know it's an ongoing process, something that we work on, and just different doors have opened, and it's wonderful. It's 1,000% better in our marriage now. I feel loved, and it's good. I'm enjoying it, and I'm glad, and I really think that the stories in the book, the different tools that are talked about and discussed in the workbook, the support from the table, the support person, all of those things tying together, they make a big difference. I was very surprised because I was continually told how things don't work, but this works. It really works, and I've just had a phenomenal experience with it. So,
Yes, God can work with only one heart. When Patty gave her heart to God, her faith grew. Seeking God with all her heart was important. Working with her support partner, going to the classes, searching the scriptures with the people at her table and her table leader allowed her to see God's vision for her marriage. God allowed her to be able to apply His word and His tools when she got an opportunity to talk to her husband. The Lord blessed the talk between Patty and her husband, and soon afterward they agreed to reconcile their marriage.